Hello, my name's Angelique, also known as Gothica413 on all my social medias, and we're going to be discussing a popular horror topic and genre, which is Goretober. If you don't know what Goretober is, I will kindly explain it to you. Goretober is something that takes place annually on the month of October. Every day you are assigned a prompt that is gore related, and you are to complete them. Not everyone gets to complete it or is able to, but that is the premise of Goretober. There are things that are different, which is Inktober and Cringetober. Never heard of it until this year, but I keep seeing it in the comment section of my TikTok. I don't know what it is, but I honestly cannot be bothered to do any research on the topic, so I will not. This year, I plan on participating on Goretober, and I'm going to start early because it is a lot of prompts to do every single day, so I'm going to cheat a little bit. I decided to create my own list because I am very tired of the same old list that I keep seeing every year. They're super repetitive. I'm so sorry to the people who've made these and who are proud of these lists, but I don't like them and I hate seeing them and I will not be using them ever, 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 ever. I don't care whose name people slap on top of it because a lot of artists, no offense to you guys, a lot of large creators will take these very basic lists that are probably something they found online and just slap their name on it and say it's their list. No thanks. I decided to make my own list for this year, and I know a lot of people got offended by my list. They were quite upset and disgusted.
I see I'm skipping 17.
It's an Aliens reference.
Some of these are weird games.
That is the point. Gore isn't normal.
I don't know, at least 3 of these kind of don't fit in and seem more like fetishes.
The second one.
I hopped on the plane at LAX with a dream, my cardigan. Welcome to the land of fame excess. Am I gonna fit in? Jumped in the cab, here I am for the first time. Look to my right and I see the Hollywood sign.
Okay, it's Goretober, not Freaktober.
9 is a good time. Who the fuck are you? I'm a brat when I'm bumping that. No, I wanna hit my track. Are you bumping that? Till the windows crack. I'll be bumping that. No, I'll never go.
Some of these are genuinely straight up fetishes.
Media literacy is kind of dead because people can't comprehend something that's symbolism or things that have one more meaning than what they are reading them to be. There's so many comments that are just assuming that my prompts are some sort of fetish or sexual in any way, and I guess if you are 14, I understand why you would think that, but if you go to someone's account, which I know is very hard for people to do these days, to do research and look into things, they just click on a video and comment and that's it, but I don't post anything sexual or fetishy on my account. So if you would put 1 and 2 together, you can see 3, which is the answer. No, I don't do that. And I can see why people might think these prompts are weird, like one being impregnated, but if you are super into horror, you can see where these prompts would be from. Like maybe Aliens, maybe Rosemary's Baby.
What have you done to it?
The movie Mother.
Where is he?
Or that one horror movie, which I'll probably put up after I look into it. Something that does happen in real life when a woman who is jealous of the ability of another woman to give birth and to have children, so she decides to either steal or rip out the baby from her womb. This happens a lot more than you think, and that is pretty scary. And people are bothered by menstrual cramps too, which is supposed to be more goofy than anything. Like if you've ever seen the movie Teeth. Not everything has to be literal, like exactly what I put. It doesn't have to be exactly that. I know a lot of people are upset about the suicide one, but there's many reasons in horror where people might take their life, and it's not meant to be cute, sexy, or aesthetically pleasing. Like for instance, if someone's bitten by a zombie.
I'm obsessed with you in a way I can't believe. When you wipe your tears, do you wipe them just for me?
That is kind of a huge, very cliche plot point where someone gets bitten and they take their own life. or possession where they're convinced or possessed to take their lives. Let me go! I'm just saying, like, it doesn't have to be the stereotypical you sit in a tub and do X, Y, and Z. There's many reasons in horror movies why a character might do this. And I understand why it might be weird to read, but I don't really appreciate people throwing their own mental health against me as if I don't relate to it. Grow up, I would say. And just ask questions. It's okay to be confused, but don't create the assumption that I am just this freak online. Horror is a genre. It's not meant to be butterflies and rainbows and PG. That's kind of the point. Obviously, there's certain things I personally would not participate that are cliches or things that are a little bit much in the horror genre, but I think you understand my point. The first day on the list is murderer. Ignore the fact that I first posted the prompt, it was misspelled and said murderer. When I repost my artwork with the prompt list, I will fix it so I don't hear it anymore. I just have issues with spelling. I don't know what to tell you. I have decided to take some of these prompts and apply it to my infection AU, kind of like a what if scenario, and a segue into me low-key not posting the AU anymore. Well, see, I just kind of get bored and I want to move on to other things. I don't want to keep doing the same thing. I've decided to do a drawing of lime chiffon and strawberry shortcake. I started it already, did a sketch. Basically, it's giving Seiko's death from Corpse Party. If you know what I mean. And it was very hard to get the references. I was actually drawing this while I was working. Don't tell nobody. Shh, don't tell no one. That's why maybe the poses aren't the best, because I typically like to take my own pose references. You can't really do that while you're at work, so the other ones might be a little bit better because I'll be at home more and I'll be able to take the pictures for it. My very polite and standard warning to you guys when it comes to Goretober and all these prompts, be careful what you search up. You will not like what you find. Some people have the stomach for it, some people do not. I completely understand. There's certain things I don't want to see either. Like, I was looking at references for this and my search history is ruined, and I saw things I didn't want to see, so just be careful, y'all, when you guys are looking up stuff. If you're afraid of certain things, try to stick to scenes from horror movies, TV shows, or even creating your own pictures yourself, which is kind of easier said than done sometimes. You can buy fake blood at the store, pour it on you to see what it looks like, things like that. These are the best ways to avoid being scarred permanently, and you don't want to desensitize yourself to what you see online. It's not good for you, I promise. I did settle for pictures from Corpse Party and some random terrible stock images that I found online. I haven't started coloring yet, but I am pretty excited. And I haven't decided if I'm just going to post the speed paints or if I'm going to post a compilation video, or I'm just going to add to this video and make it a long, fat video. We'll see.